Today on Bench Briefs, we're looking at a fascinating case from the Federal Court of Appeal that deals with the complex intersection of immigration law and organized crime. Rodriguez Anzola v. Canada, Citizenship and Immigration, is a 2026 decision that explores what it means to be inadmissible to Canada because of alleged involvement in organized criminality. This case raises important questions about how the law defines and proves such involvement and what standard of evidence is necessary to exclude someone from Canada on these grounds. So, what happened here? Rodriguez Anzola, a foreign national living in Canada, was found inadmissible under Section 36(1)(b) of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, or IRPA for short. This section deals with people who are connected to organized crime. The Minister of Immigration decided that Rodriguez Anzola's activities linked him to organized criminality and ordered his removal from Canada. In other words, the government said he was involved in criminal groups serious enough to bar him from staying in the country. Rodriguez Anzola challenged that decision, arguing that his conduct did not meet the legal threshold for inadmissibility under this section. He disputed the characterization of his activities as linked to organized crime and questioned how the law was applied in his case. This led to the Federal Court of Appeal stepping in to review the matter. The key legal issue before the court was whether Rodriguez Anzola's conduct actually amounted to involvement in organized criminality as defined by Section 36(1)(b) of IRPA. This isn't just about being involved in any crime, it's about participation in criminal activity that is part of an organized group or enterprise. The court had to carefully interpret this provision to see if the evidence supported the minister's decision. Another important question was what standard of proof is required to establish inadmissibility on these grounds. Immigration decisions often rely on a balance of probabilities, but when the stakes are high, such as removing someone from Canada for organized crime involvement, the standard and quality of evidence become crucial. The court had to decide how strong the evidence needed to be to justify such a serious finding. In its analysis, the Federal Court of Appeal examined the nature of the evidence against Rodriguez Anzola. They looked at whether his activities were isolated incidents or part of a broader pattern linked to an organized criminal group. The court emphasized the need for a clear connection to organized crime, not just involvement in criminal acts alone. This distinction is vital because the law targets those who contribute to or benefit from organized criminal enterprises, not simply anyone who commits a crime. The court's decision clarified how Section 36(1)(b) should be applied in future cases. It underscored that immigration authorities must carefully assess the evidence and ensure it meets the necessary threshold before declaring someone inadmissible under this provision. This protects individuals from being wrongfully excluded based on weak or insufficient evidence, while still allowing Canada to safeguard its borders against genuine threats from organized crime. Why does this case matter? For one, it highlights the delicate balance immigration law must strike between protecting public safety and respecting individual rights. The consequences of being found inadmissible under organized crime grounds are severe. People can be removed from Canada and face serious restrictions on their ability to re-enter. Ensuring that such decisions are based on solid legal reasoning and proper evidence is essential for fairness and justice. Moreover, Rodriguez Anzola versus Canada serves as a reminder to immigration officials and legal practitioners about the importance of precision in applying complex statutory provisions. Organized crime is a serious concern, but the law requires clear proof that a person's conduct truly falls within that category before taking the drastic step of removal. In the bigger picture, this case contributes to the ongoing development of immigration law in Canada, especially in areas where criminal law and immigration intersect. It helps define the boundaries of inadmissibility and set standards that protect both the integrity of Canada's immigration system and the rights of individuals subject to it. Thanks for listening to this episode of Bench Briefs. Be sure to join us next time for another deep dive into the cases shaping Canadian law. Until then, take care.